Guys, welcome to CityHill. We're about lighting up our world so that people far from God can find life in Christ. If you're here for the first time, jeez, you know the rest. You've been shown the drill and given the cards. So, today is week 9. I'm crazy excited about this one. We are coming to the end of our 11-week series going through Mark's Gospel, chapter 1. And today I'm going to read through a few verses. Mark's Gospel, chapter 1, verse 29 to 34. I'm reading from the ESV. If you have the CityHill app on your phone, just flow through it because it'll be the same translation. And immediately he left the synagogue and entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Now Simon's mother-in-law lay ill with a fever, and immediately they told him about her. And he came and took her by the hand, lifted her up. The fever left her, and she began to serve them. That evening at sundown they brought to him all who were sick or oppressed by demons, and the whole city was gathered together at the door. Whole city gathered together at the door. And he healed many who were sick with various diseases and cast out many demons, and he would not permit the demons to speak because they knew him. It says he left the synagogue. Now it's funny because Christian means to be Christ-like, and actually this is one of the ways that I think every Christian's really Christ-like. We're good at leaving church, right? We're good at leaving church, but leaving it behind us. The difference is, you see, Jesus, this sentence doesn't make any sense. He leaves the synagogue, the ecclesia, the church, but he doesn't leave the mission of the ecclesia and the church. He keeps that on board. You see, we read that he was in the synagogue casting out a demon. We read here in this passage, he comes outside the church and he's still the same. He's the same person, same mentality, same action, same mission, same drive, same hunger. The authenticity in Jesus is so undeniably real and amazing. And that's where you and I maybe aren't so Christ-like. Man, I'm lucky I'm doing this to a camera, because if I was doing this live at CityHill, I mean, Jodie would be sitting opposite me and the eyes would be looking at me, oh, you the same, yeah? You the same. She may throw something in my head. Who knows? But that's the truth of it. And that challenges me. And that should challenge you. It should challenge us together collectively. Not just as individuals, but as a group. About the consistency. Man, am I in church on a Sunday, focused on the mission, focused on all this stuff, and then as soon as I get outside, I'm like, but, don't know. Am I a completely different person as I leave? Or am I about that life? So he's casting out demons in the last message, but now actually he's healing one, a mother-in-law. I mean, geez, if I was Peter, I'd be like, hey, it's my mother-in-law. No, Jesus, heal the guy in the next room. But no, he's not a douche like me. He's cool. So Jesus heals his mother-in-law. What I love about this passage is there's a flow to it. We're at MTV Cribs. We're sitting around Peter's crib. This is my crib, Jesus. Yeah. This is my mother-in-law. She's laying sick. Okay, cool. And then, no, stop. But he just takes her by the hand, lifts her up. The fever leaves her, and she immediately begins to serve them. Man, I love this lady. I think she's amazing. I tell you what, if people in church had this kind of an encounter with Jesus, oh my gosh, I don't know. My job, what job? What would there be for me to do? There would be nothing for me to do, worry, stress about, or panic about. The mission of God will be achieved without any strategy. It'd just be so unbelievably easy. He came, he took her by the hand, lifted her up, she was healed, and she began to serve them immediately. Let me tell you guys, have you ever been healed by Jesus from anything? Has he ever met you in your depression, in your sickness, in your mental ill health issues? Has he ever met you in your sin? Has he ever met you in the low times? Has he met you in the dark and the bleak times? Has he ever met you when you actually were physically sick and healed you? Has he done any of those things? I know he's done all of those things for me at different times in my life, at different moments. He's literally lifted me up. And when he has, straight away it's created a desire, a passion in me, and it's why I started CityHill in London. Because there's a passion in me that he's lifted me up, that I want to go out and be used by him to lift other people up. That's what happened straight away. I'm about it. Straight away I want to serve. Guys, maybe this morning you need Jesus to reach out, take you by the hand, lift you up. Well, there's good news. It's the last Sunday in the month. So that means after this video, we're going to have a time of prayer. And one to another, we're going to lift each other up. We're going to experience healing. We're going to experience newness and freshness of life by the power of God's Spirit. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. But he came, he took her by the hand. I want you to know that if Jesus has taken you by the hand and lifted you up, we have some fantastic opportunities where you could serve here at CityHill. Fantastic opportunities. And you know what? If we're ever going to achieve the mission and the vision God has for us here, we're going to need you to step up, to be lifted up by the Lord and propelled out into service. Two of the key teams right now, hosting. Speak to Trina next week, speak to Alicia this week, or email hello. Sorry, I don't know why I'm using myself. hello@cityhill.london. Email us, let us know. And we want to talk to you about two teams today, but actually you may be like, oh, I've got this other skill set that has nothing to do with that I have to tell you about because I totally want to use that for this church. Do that, that's cool. We can see what we can do. But two key ways. Hosting. We need people to be hosting. Ready to love on people who come for the first time, ready to connect them, to take care of them, to serve them, to help set up, to help pack down, and to help follow up with different people. Oh my gosh, like there's probably nothing we need more. Wait a second, there's something we need of equal importance. City Light. Those kids, we are blessed as a church to have the coolest kids of any church ever, period. I've been around the block, I've been to a lot of churches, we have cool kids in this church. Now, you may be thinking, but listen, you don't have to teach them, no one's asking you to give them a theology degree. No one's asking you to do a theological master's with these guys. None of that. We're asking for two things. Them to have fun. Are you a human being with a pulse who knows how to have fun? If you don't know how to have fun, then this isn't the gig for you. Maybe actually if you don't know how to have fun, then in the prayer time, Jesus can take you by the hand, lift you up, and you can have some fun, like I just did with this accent. You can have some fun. It's easy. They have fun and they learn one thing each week. Oh, it's so easy. And the cool thing is, if you're not about that life of writing talks and stuff, we can have it written, the idea for you, the game, the activity, all that stuff for you. And you get the amazing opportunity to shape lives and have fun and goof around. Don't take it so seriously. Why so serious? So, it's a great thing you can serve in. Those are two key areas. The other one, which isn't happening yet, but we need to happen, is if you have a passion and a gift for worship, and if your vocal cords or your musical abilities match the passion, okay? I'm passionate, but if I sing, people will become atheists, Muslim, agnostics, if we're lucky, so let's not have me sing. So he picked her up by the hand and she began to serve because she was healed. I love that. But do you notice that after she's begun to serve, there's a shift that takes place? Did you notice that? She began to serve them, then that evening at sundown, they brought to him all who were sick or oppressed by demons, and the whole city was gathering at the door. CityHill London, our mission is in the name, our vision is about London, and we want to start 6 churches across this city to make this format accessible to all, because we believe there are many who are leaving church or who would be in church if they could come to a place that's like this. We believe this is unique and extremely different from anything else that's out there. It's not poo-pooing anyone else. Everyone else is doing something fantastic. But we know who God has called us to reach. But if we're ever going to achieve that, that's only going to happen as Jesus heals us, as he lifts us up. We're going to take a step of faith and serve. I want to ask you today to take a step of faith. I want to ask you to serve. I want to ask you to email me, hello@cityhill, hello@cityhill.london, and start serving. Because you know what? As soon as you start serving, they're going to be gathering at the door all over the city. They will. And people are going to start getting set free. And people are going to start getting healed. You'd be amazed at actually how much of a difference you really make. Because this happens when Peter's mother-in-law is healed. And she served. Dr. Pepper, what's the worst that can happen, eh? So we're going to have a prayer time now. I want you to break into groups of 3 or 4. I want you to take, first of all, time to listen to one another. I want you to share something that's hurting and causing you pain right now. It may be something you can't actually speak about. Find some words you can say to express yourself. You don't have to go into crazy detail. Just go, man, I am hurting right now. I can't explain it to you, I'm just hurting. I don't want to talk about it, I'm just hurting. And allow people to come alongside, take you by the hand and lift you up. I want you to heal one another. And then I want you to pray for the healing and believe him in faith, because you know what? Regardless of what it is, he can meet you where you are, he can heal you, and he will lead you forward. And then I want you to pray for the Lord to grow more teams and for more people to serve at CityHill, because there is a city that at the moment is unable to gather at the doors because we don't have the capacity. So I want you to pray about those things. So yeah, that's week 9, guys. Man, have an amazing Sunday, and I can't wait to be with you guys next week. Have an amazing day. God bless.